Today we're going to be trying a super exciting keto brownie recipe that only has 2 ingredients and 1 net carb per serving. So in the past, Sarah and I have run the gamut on recipes. We've done super complicated recipes. We've done super easy recipes. But you guys seem to really resonate with the recipes that have the least amount of ingredients, which is like 2 or 3. We know that keto can get really expensive with everything that you guys have to buy. And so when we see a 2 ingredient recipe, it makes us really excited. So if you guys see any recipes out there that are like 2 or 3 ingredients that you want us to experiment on, let us know in the comment section below or tag us at Keto Twins Official on Instagram. So this recipe can be found at kirbycravings.com. And what's exciting about this recipe is that it doesn't involve a lot of like nut flours that you would typically find in keto recipes like almond flour or coconut flour. There's no keto flours in this recipe. So the 2 ingredients that you're gonna need for this recipe are 2 eggs and a keto-friendly, sugar-free chocolate hazelnut spread. I didn't even know that they made this. This is called Nutty Light. It's basically like a keto-friendly Nutella. So this Nutty Light product has 2 grams of net carbs per serving. It's gluten-free. It doesn't have any sugar in it, and it's soy-free. And hopefully we like it because I used to love Nutella and haven't had it for years. For the full in-depth measurements of this recipe, please visit kirbyscravings.com. We will leave a link to this recipe in the description below. So we are using an 8x4. This is 8x4, right? So this recipe calls for an 8x4 baking dish, and I said I have one of those, which is this. Now I'm second guessing myself because math is difficult and measurements. So it says here that this is 9 by 3. 9 by 3, 8 by 4, same thing, right? Because you're taking one, you're adding to the other, therefore it's the same thing, 8 by 4 and 9 by 3. So after you've lined your baking loaf pan with parchment paper, you're going to put 2 whole eggs into a mixing bowl and beat it on high for about 6 minutes until it's nice and thick and light yellow color. It says it's a pale yellow color and it's gonna take a long time. So we're gonna get started doing that now. So we don't have a stand mixer just because Sarah's kitchen space is so tiny. We don't have the room for it. So we're gonna be using a good old fashioned hand mixer and a bowl. So it's about 3 minutes in, and I'm realizing I think Sarah put the wrong attachment on this hand mixer, which we have done before in the past.
My bad.
And I think that we're supposed to have put the whisk attachment on this. Let's attach the correct attachment. So to my bowl, I added 1/2 cup of the Nutty Light hazelnut sugar-free spread. I mixed 1/3 of the eggs that have been fluffed up into the bowl at a time and slowly combined the 2, folding it in with a spatula.
How many times have you ever made a cake in your life, Emily?
Like probably once or twice. When I didn't see any more streaks, I would add in another 1/3 and then the final 1/3 until it became a consistent color. Now I'm going to pour it into our baking dish and put it in the oven. I'm going to put this into the oven at 350 degrees for about 18 to 20 minutes. So it's been 18 minutes, our timer has gone off. I'm going to check on our brownies.
Ooh, they look legit.
The thing about this recipe, it says it on the website, is that this is gonna taste more like a cake in the beginning, but as you let it cool, it's going to get more and more dense because it's gonna like compress. And so we're gonna let this cool for a bit, and then we're gonna go downstairs and try it.
So that's 3 brownies. Unless you want to cut it in half, pretty thick.
So we have a hot cup of coffee and we're ready to try our brownies. Can't have a brownie without coffee,
Hot.
You know what I mean?
Hot.
Freshly brewed. So these brownies, they're triangles. And that's just because I didn't even look at the serving size of these brownies. We also used a pan that was like 9 by 3 instead of 8 by 4. And so I guess mathematically speaking, like you would have been able to cut them off at 2-inch pieces. However, we did not. And so these brownies are a touch bigger than the serving size listed on the website. However, I don't know if I would eat a brownie smaller than this. So instead of 1 net carb, it may be 1.5 net carbs.
Yeah, I would say that.
However, for clickability on this video, we will still be calling it 1 carb. Maybe it's 1.4, so that in that case we round down, and it's a 1 net carb brownie. So no clickbait here. It's still pretty low on the dessert scale if you think about it, because most keto brownies probably have a decent chunk of carbs in them. So I'm excited to try it. I would say that it looks pretty legit to me. It looks really dense. The smell, it smells, I don't know what it smells like. It smells
Hazelnut?
like, I don't know if it smells like hazelnut to me. It smells more like peanuts. Doesn't it?
No,
Oh.
it smells like hazelnut.
I don't know when the last time I smelled a hazelnut, so.
You've never eaten Nutella before?
I have, but a very long time ago. I haven't had a replacement since I started keto, so.
It's very dense, but you know what? It's not as dark as a normal brownie.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, doesn't have that black color. It's nice and brown. So let's give it a go. It definitely tastes like hazelnuts to me.
It does give that like Ferrero Rocher type of taste in the middle.
I like it. It's like a very, very moist cake. And moist.
Light.
Wait, cut!
Can't say moist here.
It's a very
Damp.
Damp. It's a very damp cake, ladies and gentlemen. What's another word?
There is no other word other than moist. Wet.
No, see. This tastes like a cake. It actually tastes really good. A little bit of whipped cream on top, some strawberries. You could add a bunch of stuff to this too. You could put like a layer of like Lily's white chocolates or sprinkle them in. You could put like different types of nuts in there.
Yep.
It would be really good. I think it tastes like a hazelnut brownie, but of course I haven't eaten a brownie in a very long time.
Well, brownies I think are more like gooey. This is more
Cakey.
cakey, right? But it's definitely good. I definitely would recommend it. Hey, for having 2 ingredients, you can't get better than this, honestly. I'm glad that we tried that hazelnut spread that's keto friendly because we can use that in other recipes now.
We're very impressed by this recipe, mainly because it doesn't have a lot of ingredients in it, and it was relatively simple to make. We did have a little snafu with the mixer because Sarah and I don't bake all that often. So
That's our fault, though.
right. I would like to say, though, that if we can make this recipe, anybody can. And so that should be a sign for you to try it. We like to try out recipes that seem too good to be true. And this one turned out to be very good. So it's good with coffee, too. We tried another 2-ingredient recipe on this channel a little while back. That was a noodle recipe where we combined mozzarella cheese and egg. And I think that this is just a fun direction to go in because keto can be very, very complicated. So testing out recipes that are very simple and seeing how they turn out, I think it's something that we're going to do more often for you guys because you guys seem to really like our last video like this. So if you like this type of content and you like these 2-ingredient recipes, please tag us if you see them out there on the internet. We would love to give them a try and share them with all of you. But for now, I do have one more recipe that we are going to try in this next video in this series of 2-ingredient recipes. So if you want to see that video, make sure to subscribe to our channel, click the notification so that you can get notified when that video is uploaded. We are going to be filming that video any day now.
If you guys want to see the other video where we tested out a 2-ingredient recipe to make pasta, you can click on the video on the screen and we'll see you over there. Anyway, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Emily.
And we are the Keto Twins, signing out.